Okay, back live here. I was about to say that Gabe Davis woofed, and after I called him Mr. Primetime, I think last week.
Yeah.
Mr. Primetime had 0 points,
0 points.
and Jamar Chase was the big letdown.
He was.
That killed both of our lineups.
It did.
Juice, what'd you play that didn't get there?
Let's see. I had Carr. Brees Hall didn't get there. Devin Singletary didn't get there.
Definitely didn't get there.
I had Komet, so he did okay.
Yeah, he did. Didn't he have 2 touchdowns?
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 touchdowns, 23
A.J.
fantasy
Brown.
points.
Weren't you yelling about Komet last week?
Yeah, I liked to come out last week.
A.J. Brown, Olave, Demario Douglas, they did okay. Kamara was my big letdown of the week.
Yeah, I had Kamara too. So yeah,
Hadn't played him all year.
I hadn't touched him. 50%
Neither have I.
of the league played him, so it was such a smart play too. Like, just do what they're doing, right? Like,
Yeah.
Anyway, quickly, because we're a little abbreviated show this week. Millionaire Maker, get it for us.
Millionaire Maker.
How do they win the big money?
I'm guessing C.J. Stroud was involved in this lineup.
And Tank Dell
And
Let's
basically
see.
anyone on the Texans.
and Noah Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Noah Brown was on the all the algorithms too. All right, so they had C.J. Stroud, 44.8 points. Josh Jacobs, 21.8. Rashid White,
Did
27.9.
you see my Baker Rashid White stack? That's what I played in Race League.
Amari Cooper, 27.9. Tank Dell, 32.6. Noah Brown, 30.3. Dalton Schultz, 31.
Wow, the
Onslaught.
onslaught.
Yeah, onslaught. A.J. Brown, 19.6. And then the Raiders, 19 fantasy points.
I mean, that doesn't sound like much different from a lineup that we've been building, right?
No, I mean, I think last week it was such an ugly week. I think he just had to take a stand on a game and hope
Yeah.
that it shoot it out.
I went
shot
with
out.
I went with that game too, but I just went with Tampa. I ran it back with Tank Dell, luckily, and that's what put me in a good spot.
Yeah.
Then Mr. Primetime.
Total points, 254 for $1 million.
Wow, that's a nice.
I mean, that game went off.
Yeah.
So makes sense.
Okay. Well, let's move on to some of our favorite time of the week, where we talk about which games in the NFL Vegas thinks are going to score over 50. It's hard not to bob your head with this one. And we guess what games we think might go over 50 that aren't being.
Can I make one
projected.
suggestion real quick?
Don't guess any games are over 50.
I think we need to rename this segment
The 45.
the
Yeah.
40-cent piece.
Right.
Is there one at least?
I don't think so.
There's not.
There's not one?
No, I'm not even going to waste y'all's time. Like, there's not a single 50.
And I don't even
Point
think
spread.
there's like one that's close, is there?
There's a 48.5.
Is
Who's
that,
that?
Houston, Cincinnati?
No.
Wow.
So that's your 50 cent fee.
47
think
and a half,
so.
so not far off.
Who was 48 and a half?
Lions Chargers.
Okay.
Oh, that makes sense, yeah.
That's who I'm playing. I like golf and St. Brown.
But if you include tonight, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 games under 40 points this week.
Wow,
Wow.
fun DFS week. Glad we
Yeah.
get to do this.
And
Glad
like
we get to chop this up for y'all and pick out the greatness from this slate.
And there's a ton of teams on bye this week.
Yeah.
It's a rough week. It's a fantasy. This is the separate the men from the boys week.
Yeah.
Daily and week long fantasy, because the Eagles are all on buys. There's some buys this week.
That's
Yeah.
where we come in, baby. That's where we make our money.
We need to make some money. Let's make some money this week. Okay. Do we want to talk? What about you, Juice? I like the two hikes, the 47 and the 48 myself. So
Yep.
I think Cincinnati, Houston's probably a smart place to play some plays. I like Detroit Chargers as a smart place. Who else? You got another couple games before we move on?
I think the Commanders Seahawks could be
Yeah, I like that.
sneaky shootout.
Yeah.
Commanders have just been
They just throw the ball.
they just throw the ball.
Yeah, they do a lot of throwing of the ball.
Yeah.
I like it.
I don't know. That's possible. Broncos Bills is the late night hammer, the Monday night game.
Oh,
It's
really?
47.
That's not bad.
Broncos, Bills.
Okay. Well, we'll move on. Let's guess the chalk. This is where Jared and I embarrassingly try to figure out who the public is trying to play this week.
Yeah.
And at times we're not real good at it. Sometimes we even pick NBA players.
I mean, that's been a bit since I've picked an NBA
I have.
player.
You picked up your game since the. Okay, let's start with quarterback. We talked about the high-scoring games. Jared, who do you think out of those is who they're playing?
Probably Jared Goff.
I think it's going to be – I'm just going to guess Herbert. You guess Goff.
Yeah.
See where we get.
Are they not in the top 5?
I mean, kudos to you guys because that's kind of what we've been going with, right? But they're not in the top 2.
Really?
They're not even in the top 5.
Wow.
What?
Yeah. Justin Herbert. Who guessed Herbert?
I did.
He's 7th. And then who'd you guess?
Goff?
Goff is not even in the top 10.
Wow. Against the Chargers? This
Is
is
that
one of
because
the.
there's value this week? What is going on here?
There is some. There's.
I'm gonna go-
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Real quick. I was on FanDuel
Oh, wow.
for quarterback.
Oh, wow. Letting us down.
My bad. Let me
Go back.
redo
So
this.
Herbert and
Yeah.
1 and 2, right?
Because FanDuel and DK pricing is usually way off. So, okay, well, Goff is 7th on
Okay.
DK, and Herbert is 8th.
Okay, well,
Okay.
still not in the top 5.
So is everybody chasing Dobbs? Is that what's happening?
Or Geno Smith.
Number 2.
Boom. Okay.
Jared doesn't seem very impressed.
He's not. He's looking for another guess.
He's trying to get that number 1 spot.
I'm thinking Dobbs is not in the top 5.
I'll give you a clue. He's had a bit of a resurgence the last few weeks.
A bit of a resurgence.
I know who it is. You want me to tell you who it is?
Is it Baker Mayfield?
No, but that's a good guess.
All right, well, who is it?
Joe Burrow.
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
How much is he? 6,800. All right.
Decent price tag.
Yeah.
I like the Baker guess. I started Baker. The only person in the race that played Baker last week. He almost really got me there.
He was doing well. For
He
him.
was.
He needed one more touchdown to really get me there. But then I paired him with White, who really got there.
Yeah.
So you
Okay.
want to hear the top 5?
Yeah. Let's
Yep.
see the top
So
5.
C.J. Stroud,
That's going to be another guess.
show favorite Kyler Murray, number 4. Dak Prescott 3, Geno Smith 2, and 1 Joe Burrow, number 1.
I like it. Let's try running back.
I do not think you will do very well at running back.
It's always.
Interesting.
I'm going to start off. You want me to start off?
Sure.
Am
Yeah.
I not doing very well?
No, you go.
7K Gibbs.
He is not in the top 10.
Boo. Boo. We need a boo button.
Yeah, we do need a boot button. He's like 18th or something.
Let's go with
Boo enough.
James Cook.
No. I'm not even gonna attempt to scroll that far down.
It's prognosis. Guess and let's not bring it up.
Well, okay, here's another thing. He's got to be on the main slate.
Was he
He's
not?
Monday night game.
Okay, so it's Keaton Mitchell then.
Ooh, Keaton Mitchell. East Carolina. Pirate.
No.
No.
I don't even know if we're close.
I have no idea.
I'm going to go Etienne. That's my second guess.
If I go
Number 4.
with
Yay. Look
the
at me.
theme, everybody for some reason still likes to play Bjorn Robinson. Is he in the top 5?
Bjorn?
Bjorn? But don't care what his name is, never
Wow.
playing him again.
Obviously, you don't care what his name is.
Actually, I haven't played him in like 6 weeks.
I think he's probably in the top 5.
He's number 8.
What? Why are people so
He's
so
cheap
stupid?
this week.
He's
It doesn't
so
matter.
cheap.
He will get you 4 points.
All right, I'll take the over on that.
I got to see it with him now.
I'm not
before I
playing
believe
him.
it. I'm not playing
I
him
tried.
at
I played
all.
him. I played him twice in a row.
I said he was going
Me
to bust
too.
last week. He busted.
I'm not doing it anymore. No
Yeah,
more.
just never.
I'll just be off on him.
Okay, I will give you a hint on the top 2. We've mentioned the number 1 guy already in the show. And the number 2 guy always seems to be popular, and I will never click this name.
Mixon.
Number 2.
Wow. See, I just know the Jews.
And is it Josh Jacobs?
No, we didn't mention him.
Rashad White.
Oh, Rashad White.
He's one.
He's number 1.
Huh.
Not
How
my
much